The teacup trembles in Cassian Draven's tattooed hand, 3 inches from his lips, steam curling upward, the porcelain catching morning light through floor-to-ceiling windows. His wife Elara stands behind him, red satin robe falling perfectly across her shoulders, her blonde hair swept to one side, fingers pressed together like she's praying. But her eyes, sharp, calculating, watch the cup like it's the only thing in the world that matters. Cassian doesn't notice. He never does anymore. The migraines have gotten worse. His hands shake when he signs contracts. Last Tuesday, he forgot the name of his oldest business partner. The man looked at him like he'd grown a second head. Elara calls it stress, brings him tea every morning, says it helps. He believes her. Across the penthouse, tucked in the corner of the marble kitchen, a girl watches through the doorway, 12 years old, school uniform pressed clean, white shirt, navy skirt, knee socks pulled up perfectly. Her name is Mira Hale, and she's not supposed to be here this early. Her mother scrubs the guest bathroom down the hall. Mira finished her math homework 20 minutes ago. Now she sits at the breakfast bar, backpack at her feet, watching the woman in the red robe move through the apartment like she owns every molecule of air. Hi viewers, kindly tell us where you're watching from and what time it is. Mira's seen this ritual before. Every morning for 6 months. The tea ceremony. Elara always makes it herself. Never lets the housekeeper touch the kettle. Never asks Cassian what flavor he wants. Just brings the same floral patterned cup on the same silver tray. This morning, something feels different. Elara's hands aren't steady. She keeps glancing toward the hallway, checking her phone. Her smile looks painted on, too bright, too wide, like someone stretching their face into the shape of happiness without feeling it underneath. Mira shifts on her stool. The leather squeaks. Elara's head snaps toward the sound. Their eyes meet for half a second. Elara's expression doesn't change, but something cold flashes across her face, like a curtain dropping. Then the smile returns, and she turns back to Cassian, one hand resting gently on his shoulder. "Drink up, love," Elara says. Her voice is honey, warm, concerned. "You have that board meeting at 10. You'll need your strength." Cassian nods, lifts the cup. Mira's chest tightens. She doesn't know why. Can't explain it. But the way Elara's fingers curl against Cassian's shoulder, too tight, nails digging in through silk, makes Mira's stomach twist. The cup rises. Cassian tilts his head back. Elara leans forward, breath held. Mira stands without meaning to. Her stool scrapes against marble. Cassian pauses, looks over. "Everything okay, kid?" Mira's voice catches. What is she supposed to say? "Your wife looks weird?" The tea smells wrong. She sounds crazy. Elara's smile stretches wider. "She's fine. Aren't you, sweetheart?" The word sweetheart sounds like a knife wrapped in silk. Mira swallows, nods, sits back down. Cassian brings the cup to his lips again. This time, Mira watches Elara's face, watches the way her pupils dilate, the way her breathing slows, like she's watching a bomb she planted finally about to detonate. Mira's fingers curl around the edge of the counter. Something is very, very wrong. But before she can move, before she can speak, Cassian drinks. 1 sip, 2. Elara exhales slowly, releases his shoulder, steps back. Good? She asks. Bitter today, Cassian mutters, setting the cup down. He rubs his temples. Headache's already starting. It'll pass. Elara picks up the tray, fingers wrapped in the hem of her robe like she's holding something toxic. I'll get you aspirin. She walks toward the kitchen, toward Mira. As she passes, she doesn't look down, doesn't acknowledge the girl sitting 3 feet away. But Mira smells something sharp underneath Elara's perfume. Chemical, medicinal, like a hospital. Elara dumps the remaining tea down the sink, rinses the cup 3 times, dries it with a towel she immediately throws in the trash. Then she leaves without a word. Mira sits frozen, her pulse hammering in her ears. Across the room, Cassian stands, sways slightly, catches himself on the bedpost. You okay, Mr. Draven? Mira's voice sounds small. He waves her off. Fine, just tired. But he's not fine. His eyes look glassy, unfocused, like he's staring through the walls instead of at them. Mira's mother appears in the doorway, cleaning supplies in hand. Mira, baby, we gotta go. You'll be late for school. Mira grabs her backpack, follows her mother toward the elevator. But before the doors close, she looks back. Cassian stands at the window, one hand pressed against the glass. The morning sun turns his silhouette into a shadow, and in the reflection, Mira sees Elara watching him from the bedroom doorway, smiling, waiting. What did Elara just put in that tea? And how long has this been happening? The tea started 3 months ago. Cassian doesn't remember Elara's exact words when she introduced it. Something about antioxidants, stress relief, a blend her mother used to make. He trusted her. Why wouldn't he? She was his wife. Now, every morning, the ritual repeats. Same time, same cup, same concerned expression as she hands it to him like she's delivering medicine. And maybe she is. Cassian just doesn't know what kind. The first week, nothing changed. He felt normal, strong, sharp. The second week, he started sleeping past his alarm, woke up groggy, needed 2 cups of coffee to feel human. By week 4, the migraines began. Dull at first, then splitting, like someone driving nails behind his eyes. Week 8, his hands started shaking. Just a tremor, barely noticeable. But when he signed a contract in front of his lawyers, one of them asked if he was okay. Cassian lied, said he was fine. He wasn't. Now, 12 weeks in, he can barely remember yesterday. Conversations slip through his mind like water through a sieve. Names vanish mid-sentence. Last week, he called his oldest friend by the wrong name 3 times in one meeting. The man looked at him like he was dying. Maybe he is. Elara says it's exhaustion, the business, the pressure. She strokes his hair and tells him to rest, tells him the tea will help. So he drinks it. Every single morning. Mira watches from the kitchen again. Different day. Same routine. Elara pours the tea from a ceramic pot she keeps locked in her personal cabinet. The one Cassian never opens. The one the housekeeper isn't allowed to touch. This morning, the liquid looks darker, thicker, almost brown instead of amber. Mira leans forward on her stool, elbows on the counter. She's supposed to be reading a chapter for English class, but the book sits closed in front of her. Her mother hums while scrubbing the stovetop. Doesn't notice. But Mira does. She always does. Elara carries the cup to Cassian, sets it on the nightstand, runs her fingers through his hair. "You have the board meeting Thursday," she says softly. 48 hours. You'll need to sign the transfer papers before then. Cassian nods, eyes half closed. "Yeah. Okay. I'll have everything ready." Elara's voice is silk, smooth, perfect. "You just need to rest." She kisses his forehead, lingers a second too long. Then she steps back, and for just a moment, less than a heartbeat, her face goes blank. Empty, like someone turned off a light switch behind her eyes. Mira's breath catches. Elara glances toward the kitchen, sees Mira staring. The smile snaps back into place. "Shouldn't you be reading, sweetheart?" Mira drops her gaze, flips open her book, but the words blur on the page. Cassian drinks the tea in 3 swallows. Grimaces. "Tastes like dirt today," he mutters. "It's a new blend," Elara says quickly. "Supposed to be stronger, more effective." "Effective for what?" "For helping you focus." Cassian sets the cup down, rubs his eyes. "I don't feel focused. I feel like I'm walking through fog. It takes time." Elara picks up the cup. Her fingers wrap around it carefully. Too carefully. Like she's holding something dangerous. "You'll feel better soon." She walks to the kitchen, rinses the cup, throws the towel away. Again. Mira counts in her head. That's the 4th towel this week. Elara never reuses them. Always new. Always thrown in the trash immediately after touching the cup. Why? What's she afraid of? Mira's mother finishes the stove, moves to the windows. "Mira, baby, 5 more minutes, then we're out." Mira nods but doesn't move. Across the room, Cassian stands, takes 2 steps toward the closet. His leg buckles. He catches himself on the dresser, breathing hard. "Mr. Draven?" Mira's voice cuts through the silence. He waves her off. "I'm fine. Just dizzy." But he's not fine. His skin looks gray. Sweat beads on his forehead. His hands shake so badly he has to grip the dresser with both fists to stay upright. Elara doesn't move, just watches, lips pressed into a thin line, waiting. Cassian straightens, forces a smile. "I'm good. Just need to eat something." But when he walks to the bathroom, he stumbles twice. Mira's hands curl into fists on the counter. Her mother notices. "What's wrong, baby?" "Nothing," Mira whispers. But that's a lie. Everything is wrong. The tea, the trembling hands, the memory loss, the way Elara watches Cassian like a scientist observing a lab rat. And the deadline, 48 hours. What happens at that board meeting? And what is Elara planning to make Cassian sign? Mira isn't supposed to be here. Her mother told her to wait in the lobby, told her not to wander, told her to finish her homework and stay put. But Mira forgot her jacket, so she rides the elevator back up. 32 floors, the doors open into the marble hallway leading to the penthouse. The apartment is quiet, too quiet. Her mother must be in the laundry room. Cassian must be in his office. Elara must be... Voices, low, urgent, coming from the master bedroom. Mira freezes in the hallway. Her heartbeat hammers in her ears. She should leave, should go back to the elevator, should mind her business like her mother always says. But something stops her. The tone in Ilara's voice. Sharp. Cold. Nothing like the honey-sweet warmth she uses around Cassian. Mira moves closer, presses her back against the wall, inches toward the half-open door. "He'll be too weak to attend the board meeting," a man's voice says. Deep, accented, impatient. "Make him sign before then." Ilara hisses. "I told you, I have everything under control. He trusts me. And your reward will be delivered when the transfer is complete, not before. I know the deal." Ilara's voice sharpens. "Just make sure your people are ready. Once the accounts are in my name, I'll need extraction within 6 hours. Done. But if he survives, he won't." Ilara's voice drops. Flat. Final. The dosage is perfect. By Thursday, he'll barely be able to hold a pen. He'll sign anything I put in front of him. Silence. Mira's lungs burn. She realizes she's been holding her breath. She should run, should scream, should call someone. But her legs won't move. The man speaks again. "And the girl? The maid's daughter?" "She's nobody," Ilara snaps. "A child. She doesn't matter. Children notice things. She's not a problem. Make sure she stays that way." Footsteps. Mira's heart slams against her ribs. She spins, looking for somewhere to hide. The hallway is empty. No closets, no alcoves, just marble and glass and nowhere to go. The bedroom door starts to open. Mira bolts. Silent. Fast. She reaches the corner just as the man steps into the hallway. She doesn't see his face, doesn't dare look back, just presses herself against the wall, chest heaving, praying he doesn't turn around. He doesn't. The elevator dings, doors open, close. Silence. Mira waits 10 seconds, 20. Then she moves. Back toward the bedroom. Slowly. Carefully. The door is closed now. But through the crack, she sees something on the dresser. A small glass vial. Half empty. Clear liquid inside. And a label. Mira squints. The letters are small. Faded. But she can make out enough. Thallium sulfate. Handle with gloves. Extreme caution. Her stomach drops. She doesn't know what thallium sulfate is, but she knows warning labels, knows the word extreme means danger. Her hands tremble as she pulls out her phone, types the words into Google. The results load. Her vision blurs. Poison. Slow-acting. Undetectable. Symptoms include tremors, memory loss, fatigue, confusion. Everything Cassian has been experiencing. Mira's knees buckle. She catches herself on the wall. Ilara isn't helping him. She's killing him. And no one knows. No one but Mira. Her phone buzzes. Her mother. "Where are you? We need to leave now." Mira's hands shake so badly she can barely type back. "Coming." She shoves her phone in her pocket, grabs her jacket from the chair. But before she leaves, she looks back at the bedroom door, at the vial sitting on the dresser like a loaded gun. And she makes a decision. She pulls out her phone, hands trembling, aims the camera at the dresser, zooms in on the label, clicks. The flash goes off. Mira's heart stops. Did Ilara hear that? She doesn't wait to find out. She runs. Down the hallway, into the elevator, slams the button. The doors close just as she hears a voice behind her. "Who's there?" The elevator descends. Mira leans against the wall, gasping. Her phone feels like it weighs 1,000 pounds in her pocket. She has proof now. But what is she supposed to do with it? Tell her mother? She'll say to stay out of it, to not get involved. Tell the police. They'll ask why a 12-year-old is accusing a billionaire's wife of poisoning him. Tell Cassian? He won't believe her. He trusts Elara. Everyone does. Everyone except Mira. The elevator doors open. Her mother stands in the lobby, arms crossed. "Where were you?" Mira's voice cracks. "I forgot my jacket." Her mother narrows her eyes, studies her face. "You look like you've seen a ghost." Mira swallows hard. "I'm fine." But she's not fine. Because tomorrow morning, Elara will make that tea again, and Cassian will drink it, and Mira will be the only person in the world who knows it's going to kill him. Will Mira find the courage to speak, or will silence cost Cassian everything? Morning light slices through the penthouse windows like broken glass. Elara stands at the kitchen counter, hands wrapped around the ceramic teapot. Her fingers tremble, just barely but enough. Today is the day. 48 hours have passed. The board meeting is in 3 hours. Cassian needs to sign the transfer papers, needs to hand over control of half the Draven consortium, needs to do it before he realizes what's happening. Elara pours the tea. The liquid is darker than yesterday, almost black. She's increased the dosage, just enough to keep him weak, confused, compliant, not enough to kill him. Not yet. That comes later. She carries the cup on the silver tray. Her red satin robe swishes against the marble floor, hair swept over one shoulder, face arranged into perfect concern. Cassian sits on the edge of the bed in white silk pajamas, tattoos visible on his forearms, head bowed, eyes unfocused. He looks like a man who's already lost. Elara's heart doesn't even flutter. "Morning, love," she says softly, sets the tray on the nightstand. "Big day today. You'll need this." Cassian nods slowly, doesn't look at her, just reaches for the cup. His hand shakes. The porcelain rattles against the saucer. Elara steadies it. Her fingers brush his. "Easy. I've got you." He lifts the cup, brings it toward his lips, 3 inches away. 2. Elara leans forward, breath held, eyes locked on the cup. This is it. One more sip. One more step toward the finish line. One more. The apartment door slams open. Footsteps, fast, running. Elara's head snaps towards the sound. A girl bursts through the bedroom doorway. Blonde hair, school uniform, white shirt, navy pinafore, red tie. Hands raised, eyes wide, mouth open. Mira. The cup is an inch from Cassian's lips. Mira's voice tears through the silence like a scream through glass. "Don't drink it!" Everything freezes. The cup stops, suspended in air, steam curling upward. Cassian's eyes, sharp, calculating, dangerous, lock on to Mira. Elara's breath catches. Her pupils dilate. Her perfect mask cracks down the middle. For 3 seconds, no one moves. The room holds its breath. Then Cassian speaks, voice low, steady, lethal. "What did you just say?" Mira doesn't blink, doesn't back down. Just points at the cup, her hand shaking, but her voice clear. Don't drink it, please. There's something in it. Elara's face twists. The honey-sweet wife vanishes. What's left is cold, surgical, murderous. You little brat! Her voice cracks like a whip. Get out, now! But Mira doesn't move. She steps forward instead, places herself between Cassian and Elara, between the man and the poison. I'm not lying, Mira says. Her voice trembles, but doesn't break. I saw the vial. I looked it up. It's poison. She's been poisoning you. Cassian's hand lowers. Slowly. The cup settles back onto the saucer. His eyes stay on Elara. Explain, he says quietly. Elara laughs. It sounds like breaking glass. She's a child. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's been watching too many movies. Explain. Cassian's voice drops another octave. Colder. Sharper. Why is a 12-year-old girl screaming that you're poisoning me? Elara's mouth opens. Closes. Opens again. No words come out. Cassian stands. Moves toward the dresser. His legs are unsteady, but his gaze is locked on target. He opens the top drawer, pulls out a small black case. Inside, chemical testing strips, the kind used to detect toxins, the kind a man in his line of work keeps on hand. He picks up the teacup, swirls the liquid, dips the strip. The room holds its breath again. 5 seconds. 10. The strip turns black. Cassian stares at it, face expressionless, empty. Elara's breath hitches. Her hands curl into fists at her sides. Cassian's voice is barely a whisper. How long? Silence. How long? Elara flinches, takes a step back. 3 months, she says flatly. No emotion, no regret, just fact. Cassian's jaw tightens. His hand closes around the test strip, crumpling it. Why? Elara's lips twist into something that might have been a smile once. Because you were in my way. The words land like bullets. Cassian doesn't move, doesn't shout, doesn't rage. He just looks at her, through her, like she's already dead. Get out, he says quietly. Elara laughs again, high, sharp. You think you can just... I said, get out. He picks up his phone. 3 taps. Doesn't even look at the screen. Get the files, he says into the phone, then hangs up. Elara's face drains of color. She realizes in that moment that she's already lost. Not because Cassian is stronger, not because she made a mistake, but because a 12-year-old girl with a school uniform and a spine made of steel decided to scream when no one else would. Mira stands in the doorway, heart hammering, hands shaking, but she doesn't look away. Cassian's eyes meet hers. Thank you, he says simply. Mira nods. Elara backs towards the door. Her red robe trails behind her like blood. This isn't over, she hisses. Cassian's smile is empty, hollow, lethal. Yes, he says softly. It is. What secrets will those files reveal? And how deep does Elara's betrayal truly go? Cassian doesn't sit, doesn't pace, doesn't break things or scream or let rage take control. He just stands at the window, phone in hand, and waits. Empty is more dangerous than anger. Elara knows this. She's seen him operate, seen him dismantle rivals without raising his voice, Seen him ruin Liz with 3 phone calls and a signature. But she never thought she'd be on the other side of it. She stands frozen in the bedroom doorway. Red satin robe pulled tight. Hair still perfect. Mask still cracked. Mira stays near the door. Her mother rushed in 2 minutes ago, grabbed her arm, tried to pull her away. But Mira planted her feet and refused to move. "We need to go," her mother whispered urgently. "This isn't our business." "It is now," Mira whispered back. Her mother looked at Cassian, at Alara, at the black test strip crumpled on the nightstand. She didn't argue again. The elevator dings, footsteps in the hallway, heavy, purposeful. 2 men in black suits enter the penthouse. No greetings, no questions. They just wait. Cassian finally turns from the window. "Everything," he says quietly. "Bank accounts, phone records, security footage, her office, her car, her personal safe." One of the men nods, disappears into Alara's office across the hall. The other stands near the door, arms crossed, watching Alara like she might bolt. She doesn't. She knows better. Running would only make it worse. Cassian walks to the nightstand, picks up the teacup, examines it like it's evidence in a trial, which Mira realizes it is. "Tell me about the man," Cassian says. Doesn't look at Alara, just keeps studying the cup. Alara's eyes dart toward the door, calculating, measuring. "I don't know what you're—" "The man you were talking to yesterday." Cassian sets the cup down, slowly, carefully. Deep voice, accent. "Told you to make me sign before the board meeting." Alara's face goes pale. Cassian smiles. It doesn't reach his eyes. "You didn't know we had audio surveillance in the bedroom, did you?" The room goes silent. Even the man at the door looks impressed. Alara's hands ball into fists. Her perfect nails dig into her palms. "You're lying," she says, voice tight. "You would have said something. I didn't know what I was listening for." Cassian finally looks at her. "Until now." The man returns from the office, carries a leather briefcase, sets it on the bed, opens it. Inside, stacks of paper, folders, a USB drive, and a small leather journal. Cassian picks up the journal first, flips through pages. His face doesn't change, but his jaw tightens, hands steady, eyes cold. Mira watches from the doorway. Can't see the pages, but she can see Cassian's reaction, or lack of one, which is worse. He reads for 30 seconds, then closes the journal, sets it down gently. "You documented everything," he says softly. "Every dose, every symptom, every step of your plan." Alara's breathing quickens. "Why?" Cassian asks. "Why keep a record?" "Insurance," Alara says flatly. "In case you survived." The honesty is chilling. Cassian nods slowly. Like that makes sense. Like he's filing the information away for later. "And the Swiss accounts?" he asks. The man at the door pulls out a tablet, shows Cassian the screen. Cassian's eyes scan the numbers. His expression doesn't change, but his knuckles turn white around the tablet's edge. 47 million, he says quietly, transferred in increments over 3 months. Alara doesn't deny it, just lifts her chin, defiant. "It should have been more," she says, "but you were stingier than I expected." Cassian's smile returns, empty, hollow. "You married me for money," he says. Not a question, a fact. I married you for access, Elara corrects. The money was just a bonus. Access to what? Everything. Elara's voice hardens. The Draven Consortium. The offshore accounts, the real estate, the connections. You were supposed to sign it all over, then die quietly in your sleep. Mira's stomach turns. Cassian doesn't flinch, just nods, like she's describing a business deal instead of murder. Who's the man? He asks again. Elara's lips press into a thin line. Tell me, Cassian says, or I'll have my people find out the hard way. Silence. Then Elara laughs, sharp, bitter. You already know, she says. You've known since the moment you dipped that test strip. Cassian's eyes narrow. Marcus Vantrell, Elara says. My brother. The room goes cold. Mira doesn't know who Marcus Vantrell is. But the way Cassian's face shifts just slightly tells her everything. Rival family, old grudges, blood feuds that don't end with handshakes and apologies. Your brother sent you here to destroy me, Cassian says slowly. And you agreed? I didn't just agree. Elara's smile is sharp as glass. I volunteered. Cassian stares at her, through her. Then he picks up his phone again. 3 taps. Marcus Vantrell, he says into the phone. Find him. Detain him. I don't care how. He hangs up. Elara's smile falters. You can't. I already did. Cassian's voice is ice. By tonight, your brother will be in a room with no windows and no phone, and he'll stay there until I decide what to do with him. Elara's breathing quickens, hands shaking now. You wouldn't try me. The man at the door steps forward, nods toward Elara. Ma'am, he says politely, you need to come with us. Elara doesn't move, just stares at Cassian, waiting for him to crack, to rage, to give her something to work with. He doesn't, just stands there, empty, unreadable. This isn't over, Elara says, voice low, venomous. Cassian's smile is a knife wrapped in silk. Yes, he says quietly. It is. The man takes Elara's arm, gently but firmly, leads her toward the door. She doesn't resist, just walks, head high, spine straight. But as she passes Mira, she stops, looks down at the girl in the school uniform, the girl who ruined everything. You should have stayed quiet, Elara whispers. Mira meets her gaze, doesn't blink. Good thing I didn't, she says. Elara's face twists. Then she's gone, escorted down the hallway, into the elevator, out of the building, out of Cassian's life. Forever. The penthouse goes quiet again. Cassian stands at the window, hands in his pockets, staring at the city below. Mira's mother pulls her toward the door. We need to go. Now! But Cassian's voice stops them. Wait. They turn. Cassian doesn't look at them, just keeps staring out the window. You saved my life, he says quietly. Mira doesn't know what to say, so she doesn't say anything. Most people would have looked away, Cassian continues. Most people would have convinced themselves it wasn't their problem. He finally turns, looks at Mira. But you didn't. Mira swallows. I couldn't. Cassian studies her, eyes sharp, calculating. Then he nods. You'll go far, Mira Hale, he says simply. Mira's mother squeezes her shoulder, leads her towards the elevator. But before the doors close, Mira looks back. Cassian stands alone in the middle of the penthouse, surrounded by marble and glass and wealth. But for the first time since she met him, he doesn't look powerful. He just looks tired. And Mira wonders, what happens to a man who discovers the person he loved most was his greatest enemy? And what price will both families pay for this war? The journal sits open on Cassian's desk, black leather cover, pages filled with neat handwriting, dates, times, dosages, a murder plan written like a recipe. Cassian hasn't moved in 20 minutes, just sits in his office chair, hands folded on the desk, staring at the words his wife wrote about killing him. The security team cleared out an hour ago, took Ilara's files, her laptop, her phone, everything that could be used as evidence. But they left the journal. Cassian asked them to. He reads it again, page by page, word by word. Day 1. Introduced the tea. He suspected nothing. Trusts me completely. Pathetic. Day 12. Increased dosage to 0.3 milligauls. Minor tremors observed. He thinks it's stress. Day 23. Memory lapses confirmed. He forgot his accountant's name during lunch. Perfect. Day 47. He called me his heart today. Said he'd be lost without me. I almost laughed. 3 more weeks and he'll sign everything over. Then I'm free. Day 68. Marcus says the extraction team is ready. Switzerland by next month. Cassian will be too weak to stop me by then, if he's even alive. Cassian closes the journal slowly. His hands don't shake. His face doesn't change. But inside, something breaks clean in half. 2 years of marriage. 2 years of believing someone loved him. 2 years of letting his guard down in a world where guards stay up or you die. And it was all a lie. Every smile, every touch, every I love you, whispered in the dark. Performance art designed to destroy him. He stands, walks to the window. Looks down at the city 32 floors below. His phone buzzes. He ignores it. Buzzes again. He picks it up. Text from his head of security. Found the transfer papers in her office safe. Forged signatures. Swiss account numbers. She was 3 days away from taking 200 million. Cassian deletes the message. Sets the phone down. $200 million. That's what his life was worth to her. Not love, not loyalty, not even respect. Just a price tag. His phone rings. He answers without looking at the screen. Talk. We found Marcus Vantrell. The voice on the other end is clipped, professional. He's in a warehouse in Queens. Tried to run. Didn't get far. Alive? For now. Keep him that way. I'll deal with him later. Cassian hangs up. He should feel something. Anger. Betrayal. Rage. But all he feels is empty. Hollow. Like someone carved out his insides and left nothing but space. A knock at the door. Come in. His lawyer enters. Grey suit, briefcase. Expression unreadable. The divorce papers are ready, the lawyer says. We can file by end of day. She'll get nothing. No assets, no alimony, no settlement. Cassian nods. Do it. There's more. The lawyer sets the briefcase on the desk, opens it, pulls out a folder. We pulled her financials. She's been working with the Van Trell family for over a year, before you even met her. Cassian's jaw tightens. She was planted, the lawyer continues. Marcus Van Trell set this up from the beginning. The charity gala where you met. The mutual friends, the chance encounters, all staged. To get close to me. To destroy you. The lawyer's voice is grim. The Van Trells have been trying to take down the Draven Consortium for a decade. This was their play. Marry into the family. Poison the head. Take control. Cassian sits down, slowly. And I let her. The lawyer doesn't respond. Doesn't need to. They both know the truth. Cassian trusted. And trust is the most dangerous weapon in their world. What do you want me to do with Marcus? The lawyer asks. Cassian stares at the journal on his desk. Nothing, he says quietly. Yet. The lawyer frowns. Sir, I said yet. Cassian's voice hardens. He's going to sit in that warehouse and think about what happens next. Fear is more effective than pain. The lawyer nods, understands. And Alara? Ban her from the building, freeze her accounts, make sure she can't access anything with my name on it. Already done. Good. The lawyer hesitates. There's one more thing. Cassian looks up. The girl, Mira Hale. Cassian's expression shifts, just slightly. What about her? She saved your life, the lawyer says carefully. In our world, that means something. Cassian leans back in his chair, fingers steepled under his chin. Yes, he says slowly. It does. The lawyer waits. Find out what she needs, Cassian says. School, housing, her mother's job, whatever gaps exist, fill them. Discreetly. No. Cassian's voice is firm. I want her to know it came from me. I want her to understand that courage has value. The lawyer nods, makes a note. Anything else? Set up a trust fund, education, future expenses. She doesn't need to know the amount, just that it's there. And if she refuses? Cassian's lips twitch, almost a smile. She won't. She's smart. She'll understand what this means. The lawyer closes his briefcase, heads for the door. Sir? He pauses. For what it's worth, you did nothing wrong. You trusted your wife. That's not weakness. Cassian doesn't respond, because in his world, trust is weakness. And he just learned that lesson the hard way. The lawyer leaves. Cassian sits alone in his office, surrounded by leather and mahogany and the quiet hum of power. But for the first time in years, the power feels meaningless. He picks up the journal again, flips to the last entry. Day 89. Tomorrow is the board meeting. Tomorrow I win. Tomorrow Cassian Draven loses everything, and he'll never see me coming. But she was wrong. Someone did see her coming. A 12-year-old girl with a school uniform and a voice loud enough to shatter lies. Cassian closes the journal, locks it in his desk drawer. He'll keep it. Evidence, reminder, lesson. Never again. His phone buzzes. Another text. Marcus Van Trell is asking to make a deal. Cassian stares at the message. Then he types 3 words. Let him wait. He sets the phone down, stands, straightens his tie. The war isn't over. But the first battle is won. And Cassian Draven always wins the war. What deal is Marcus trying to make? And will Cassian's revenge destroy both families, or will he find a different kind of justice? Elara stands in the lobby of the building she used to call home. Security won't let her pass the front desk. She's been here for 20 minutes, arguing, demanding, threatening legal action. No one cares. The guard at the desk, same man who used to greet her with a smile every morning, now looks at her like she's a stranger. "Ma'am, you're not on the approved list anymore. I can't let you up." "I live here," Elara snaps. "Everything I own is upstairs." "Not anymore." The guard's voice is flat, professional. "Your belongings have been packed and moved to storage. You'll receive the address via email." Elara's hands curl into fists. "You can't do this. Mr. Draven can," and he did. She pulls out her phone, tries to call Cassian. Blocked. Tries to call his assistant. Blocked. His lawyer. Blocked. Every number she has, every contact, every avenue, all closed. She stands in the marble lobby, designer heels clicking against the floor, red coat wrapped tight against the cold, and realizes she has nowhere to go. No apartment, no money, no access to accounts. Cassian dismantled her life in 6 hours. Quietly, efficiently, without a single raised voice. That's how he operates. No drama, no spectacle, no public humiliation, just silent, surgical destruction. Elara turns toward the glass doors, steps outside. The city stretches in front of her. Cold, grey, indifferent. She pulls her coat tighter, flags down a cab. "Where to?" the driver asks. Elara opens her mouth, closes it. She doesn't know. Her apartment in Brooklyn. Gone. Cassian owned it. Her car, repossessed this morning. Her credit cards, frozen. "Just drive," she says finally. The cab pulls away from the curb. Elara leans back against the seat. Closes her eyes. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. She hesitates, then answers. "What?" "You failed." Marcus Vantrell's voice is ice through the speaker. "How did you fail?" "A kid," Elara says flatly. "A maid's daughter. She saw the vial." Silence. Then Marcus laughs, sharp, bitter. "A child ruined a year of planning. She's smarter than she looks, and you're dumber than I thought." Marcus's voice hardens. "You were supposed to be invisible, careful, professional." "I was careful. Obviously not." Marcus cuts her off. Now Cassian knows everything. The accounts, the plan, me. Elara's chest tightens. "Where are you?" "Somewhere safe. For now. They're looking for you." "I know." Marcus exhales slowly. "I'm leaving the country tonight. You should do the same." "With what money?" Elara's voice cracks. "He froze everything. That's your problem." "Marcus, you had one job, Elara. Marry him. Poison him. Take the money. Simple." "It was simple," Elara hisses, "until that brat opened her mouth. Then you should have dealt with her." The line goes dead. Elara stares at the phone, hands shaking. Dealt with her. She should have. Should have seen Mira as a threat. Should have made sure the girl kept quiet. But she didn't. And now she's paying for it. The cab stops at a red light. Elara looks out the window, sees her reflection in the glass. Blonde hair, perfect makeup, designer coat. But underneath, she looks hollow, empty, like someone carved out her insides and left nothing but a shell. She thought she was smart, thought she was in control. But Cassian was always 3 steps ahead, and she never saw it coming. The light turns green. The cab moves forward. Elara's phone buzzes again. This time, it's an email. Subject line, "Storage unit information." She opens it, reads the address, the unit number, the access code, everything she owns, packed into a 10 by 10 metal box. That's what her life has become. A storage unit and a blocked phone. She laughs. Quiet, bitter. 2 years of planning. 2 years of playing the perfect wife. 2 years of slow, careful poisoning. All destroyed in 30 seconds by a girl in a school uniform. The cab pulls up to a cheap motel on the edge of the city. "This good?" the driver asks. Elara looks at the flickering neon sign, the cracked parking lot, the rusted railing on the second floor. "Yeah," she says quietly. "This is perfect." She pays cash, walks inside. The room smells like cigarettes and mildew. Bed sagging in the middle. TV bolted to the dresser. Elara sits on the edge of the bed, stares at the wall. Her phone buzzes one more time, another unknown number. She almost doesn't answer. But curiosity wins. "What?" "This is a courtesy call." The voice is smooth, professional. "Mr. Draven wants you to know that any attempt to contact him, his business, or his associates will be considered harassment and handled accordingly." Elara's jaw tightens. "Who is this?" "Consider this your only warning. Move on, quietly, or the next call won't be a courtesy." The line goes dead. Elara throws the phone across the room. It hits the wall, cracks, falls to the floor. She sits in silence. No money, no plan, no allies. Just the cold, empty knowledge that she lost. And Cassian won. Again. Outside, the city hums, indifferent, uncaring. Elara pulls her knees to her chest, wraps her arms around them, and for the first time in 2 years, she feels something other than control. She feels afraid. Elara's world has collapsed. But is Cassian's justice complete, or is there one final move left to play? 3 days later, Mira sits in the principal's office. Her mother stands beside her, hands folded, looking uncomfortable in her work uniform. The principal, a woman with graying hair and glasses, smiles warmly across the desk. "Mira, your mother tells me you've been accepted to St. Catherine's Academy." Mira blinks. "What?" Her mother squeezes her shoulder. "It's a private school, baby. Full scholarship. They called yesterday." Mira's heart races. "I didn't apply to St. Catherine's." "Someone did," the principal says gently, "and they covered everything. Tuition, books, uniforms, even transportation." Mira looks at her mother. "Who?" Her mother's eyes are wet. "Mr. Draven." The name lands like a stone in Mira's chest. She hasn't seen Cassian since that morning, since the scream, since the test strip turned black and Elara's world crumbled. She thought that was the end. But apparently it wasn't. "There's more," the principal continues. She slides a folder across the desk. "This came for you this morning." Mira opens it. Inside, a letter on heavy paper. Expensive, official. She reads slowly. "Dear Mira, you saved my life. Most people wouldn't have. Most people would have looked away and convinced themselves it wasn't their problem. But you didn't. Courage like that matters, especially in a world that teaches people to stay silent. I've set up an education fund in your name. It'll cover St. Catherine's and any college you choose. Your mother's salary has been adjusted to reflect her value. Your housing situation has been upgraded. You don't owe me anything. I owe you. Thank you for being brave when it mattered most. See, Draven. Mira's hands tremble. She reads it again. Her mother leans over her shoulder, reads with her. Tears stream down her mother's face. He didn't have to do this, her mother whispers. Yes, he did, the principal says softly. That's the kind of man he is. Mira folds the letter carefully, tucks it back into the folder. Her chest feels tight, full, like something big and warm is pressing against her ribs. When do I start? She asks quietly. Next Monday, the principal says, if you're ready. Mira looks at her mother. Her mother smiles through tears, nods. I'm ready, Mira says. That evening, Mira and her mother stand outside a new apartment building. Not the cramped studio they've been sharing for 5 years. Not the place with thin walls and broken heating. This building has a doorman, clean hallways, windows that actually open. The apartment is on the 4th floor. 2 bedrooms, hardwood floors, a kitchen with appliances that work. Mira's mother walks through it slowly, touches the counters, the walls, like she's afraid it'll disappear if she blinks. This is ours, she whispers. Mira nods. Mr. Draven arranged it. Her mother sits on the couch, covers her face with her hands. Mira sits beside her, wraps her arms around her. We're okay, Mama, Mira says softly. We're gonna be okay. Her mother nods, can't speak, just holds her daughter and cries. Later that night, Mira stands at her new bedroom window, looks out at the city lights stretching into the distance. She thinks about that morning, the scream, the cup, the way Cassian's eyes locked onto hers. She thinks about Ilara's rage, the journal, the poison. She thinks about courage, about speaking up when everyone else stays silent. Her phone buzzes. Unknown number. She hesitates, then opens the message. You did good, kid. Keep doing good. The world needs more people like you. CD. Mira stares at the screen. Then she types back. Thank you for believing me. 3 dots appear, then disappear, then appear again. Finally, a response. Thank you for being brave enough to scream. Mira smiles, sets her phone down, lies back on her new bed, in her new room, in her new life. And for the first time in years, she feels safe. Not just physically, but in a deeper way, like the world noticed her, listened to her, valued her, because she refused to stay quiet. Outside, the city hums. Inside, Mira closes her eyes and dreams of what comes next. Mira's courage changed everything. But 3 months later, a mysterious envelope arrives that will test whether her bravery was a one-time act or the beginning of something bigger. 3 months pass. Winter turns to spring. The city sheds its grey coat and blooms into green. Mira settles into St. Catherine's Academy. The uniforms are nicer. The classes are harder. The students come from families with money and connections. But Mira doesn't mind. She keeps her head down, does her work, raises her hand when she knows the answer. And she watches, always watching. Her mother thrives in the new apartment. Picks up a second job at a boutique hotel. Says it feels good to work somewhere clean, somewhere safe. They don't talk about that morning often. But sometimes, late at night, Mera catches her mother staring at the letter from Cassian, reading it over and over like a prayer. Mera hasn't heard from Cassian since the text message. Doesn't expect to. He's a busy man, a powerful man. He saved her life in return for her saving his. They're even, or so she thinks. One Thursday afternoon, Mera walks home from school. Backpack heavy with textbooks, headphones in, mind elsewhere. She doesn't notice the black car parked across the street. Doesn't notice it following her for 3 blocks, not until it pulls up beside her. The window rolls down. A woman in sunglasses leans out, blonde hair, designer coat. Mera's blood runs cold. Elara. "Get in," Elara says quietly. Mera takes a step back. "No, I'm not going to hurt you." Elara's voice is calm. Too calm. "I just want to talk." "I don't want to talk to you." 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. Mera looks around. The street is busy. People everywhere. She could scream, could run. But something stops her. Curiosity. 3 minutes, Mera says, and I'm not getting in the car. Elara sighs, steps out, closes the door behind her. She looks different, thinner, tired. Hair not as perfect, coat not as expensive, like someone took the shine off her and left the rough edges showing. "You ruined my life," Elara says, not angry, just factual. "You tried to kill someone," Mera replies. "I stopped you. Do you feel good about that?" Mera doesn't hesitate. "Yes," Elara laughs, quiet, bitter. "Of course you do. You're the hero. I'm the villain." Story over. It is over. Not yet. Elara steps closer. Mera tenses. "I came to warn you." "About what?" "Marcus Vantrell, my brother. He's still out there. Still angry. Still looking for revenge." Mera's heart skips. Against Cassian? Against everyone involved. Elara's eyes are cold. "That includes you." Mera's hands curl into fists. "I'm not scared of him." "You should be." Elara's voice drops. "He doesn't forgive, doesn't forget, and he's patient. Why are you telling me this?" Elara pauses, looks away. "Because you were right," she says quietly. "And I was wrong. And maybe warning you is the only decent thing I've done in 2 years." She turns, walks back to the car. "Elara," Mera calls. Elara stops, doesn't turn around. "What happened to you?" Mera asks. "Why did you do it?" Elara's shoulders sag, just slightly. "Because I thought winning mattered more than being good," she says, "and by the time I realized I was wrong, it was too late." She gets in the car, drives away. Mera stands on the sidewalk, heart pounding. She pulls out her phone, calls the only number she has for Cassian's security team. They answer on the first ring. "Elara Vantrell just approached me," Mera says quickly. "She warned me about Marcus, said he's still out there." Silence. Then, "We'll handle it. Stay alert. Don't walk alone." The line goes dead. Mera walks the rest of the way home fast. Looking over her shoulder every few steps, when she gets to the apartment, her mother is already there, cooking dinner. "You okay, baby?" her mother asks. "You look pale." I'm fine, Mira lies. But she's not fine, because Elara's warning sits heavy in her chest like a stone. That night, Mira can't sleep. She lies in bed, stares at the ceiling, listens to the city sounds outside her window. Around midnight, her phone buzzes. Unknown number. She opens it. Inside the message, a photo, a black chess piece, a queen, and a note typed underneath. Well played. But the game isn't over. MV. Mira's breath catches. Marcus Van Trell. She sits up, hands shaking. Forwards the message to Cassian's security team. Then she lies back down, pulls the blanket to her chin, and wonders if screaming that morning was the bravest thing she ever did, or the most dangerous. Marcus Van Trell is watching. But will Mira's courage hold when the real game begins? Or has she entered a war she's not prepared to fight? 6 months after the scream that changed everything, Myra sits at the breakfast bar in her apartment. Same spot she used to sit in the penthouse. Same routine. Same focus. But everything else is different. She wears her St. Catherine's uniform, with pride now. Navy blazer, pressed skirt. Confidence she didn't have before. Her grades are perfect. Her teachers rave about her. She joined the debate team, won 3 competitions. The girl who used to be invisible is now impossible to miss. Her mother hums in the kitchen, makes pancakes, smiles more these days. They're happy, safe, thriving. But Mira still checks her phone every morning, still watches for black cars, still remembers the chess piece message. Marcus Van Trell hasn't made a move, hasn't sent another message, hasn't shown his face. But the threat lingers, quiet, patient, waiting. Cassian's security team checks in once a week. Always the same message. No activity. Stay vigilant. Mira wonders if Marcus gave up, if he moved on, if the warning was just empty words meant to scare her. She hopes so. But hope doesn't mean certainty. That afternoon, Mira's phone rings during lunch. Unknown number. She almost doesn't answer. But something makes her pick up. Hello? Mira Hale. The voice is smooth, deep, unfamiliar. We haven't met. But I think it's time we talk. Her chest tightens. Who is this? Cassian Draven. I'm calling personally this time. Mira's breath catches. She stands, walks away from the lunch table, finds a quiet corner. Mr. Draven? I wanted to check in, Cassian says. See how you're doing, how school is. It's good, really good. Thank you for... You don't need to thank me. His voice is kind, warm. You earned everything you have. Silence. Then Cassian continues. I also wanted to ask you something. Okay. How do you feel about learning the family business? Mira freezes. What? You're smart, observant, brave. Those are rare qualities. Qualities I value. I'm 12. I know I'm not asking you to start today. But in a few years, when you're ready, I'd like to offer you an opportunity. Mira's mind races. What kind of opportunity? The kind that teaches you how to see things other people miss, how to protect people who can't protect themselves, how to use your voice when everyone else stays silent. Mira swallows hard. Like what I did for you. Exactly like that. She thinks about it. About the morning she screamed. About Elara's lies, about Marcus's threats, about all the people in the world who suffer in silence because no one notices. "Which part of the business?" she asks quietly. Cassian's voice carries a smile. "The part that makes sure the good guys win." Mira closes her eyes. She thinks about her mother, about their new life, about the safety they finally have. She thinks about Alara's warning, Marcus's chess piece, the quiet danger that still exists. And she realizes something. Courage isn't a one-time thing. It's a choice you make every single day. "I'll think about it," Mira says. "That's all I'm asking." Cassian pauses. "Stay safe, Mira, and keep being brave." "You too, Mr. Draven." The line goes dead. Mira stands in the quiet corner, phone in hand, heart pounding. 6 months ago, she was the daughter of a maid. Invisible, voiceless, ignored. Now she's a girl with options, with power, with a future shaped by her own courage. She walks back to the lunch table, sits down. Her best friend looks at her. "Who was that?" "Someone who believes in me," Mira says simply. That night, Mira lies in bed, stares at the ceiling. Her phone sits on the nightstand. Dark, silent. She thinks about Cassian's offer, about what it means to choose courage every day, about the kind of person she wants to become. Outside, the city hums, alive, endless, full of people who need someone to notice, someone to speak up, someone to scream when everyone else stays quiet. Mira closes her eyes and makes her choice. Tomorrow, she'll call Cassian back. Tomorrow, she'll say yes. Because the world needs more people who refuse to look away. More people who see the truth when everyone else sees lies. More people willing to scream when it matters most. Mira Hale was one of those people. And she's just getting started. The quietest voices can shatter the loudest lies. The smallest acts of courage can change entire lives. And sometimes, the person no one notices becomes the one who saves everyone. Mira proved that, and she'll prove it again. Because courage isn't something you have once. It's something you choose every single day. Mira's journey from invisible to unstoppable is just beginning. And somewhere out there, Marcus Van Trell is still watching, still waiting, still planning his next move. If this story inspired you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter. Drop a comment below. What would you do if you discovered a deadly secret? Your thoughts could inspire someone else to find their courage. Share this story with someone who needs to hear it. Because every voice matters, and every scream can save a life. Stay brave, stay vigilant, and never stop speaking up when it matters most.